in a world where one ZBrush artist takes on a Blender artist, who will win? So if you're new to this channel, my name is Al. On the left-hand side, we have ZBrush, and on the right-hand side, this is somebody else who's better at sculpting than I am. This is Norbert. Norbert is going to sculpt this really cool eagle skull. Be sure to check out his YouTube channel, check out his art station. What an amazing artist. I don't stand a chance. So on the left-hand side, you can see that inside of Spotlight, I've dropped in a texture just to nail some of those proportions. Super smart to do, regardless of software, especially at those beginning stages. Looky there, Norbert's doing it too. So instead of Spotlight, Blender, you can just drop in an image plane or plane with a texture on it. Turn down the opacity, and Norbert does a killer job blocking out the head. It doesn't have to be perfect at this stage. Kind of getting an idea where that beak is. Norbert took a vertex, extruded it around, and he's going to use that hard surface modeling technique inside of Blender to make one of those feathers. I don't use any hard surface modeling techniques in this sculpt at all, so I just went ahead and sculpted it. So I dropped in a sphere, stretched it out, used Z-Remesh, and used the wonderful Shane Olson pinch brush. Some of his other brushes, they're okay. That is the one. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Also, Norbert's channel is linked in the description below. So you can see I used that pinch brush, really sharpen that. It almost looks like a knife. So on a knife, that would be called the bevel. You know, kind of where it tapers in, and then we could sharpen the blade, but you know what I mean. These are just feathers. These aren't knives. You can see the concept art, top, middle. Norbert is nailing down those kind of secondary feathers, getting everything in place. Now, for those little notches in the feathers, I was not at my home workstation, so I ended up using Live Boolean because I was just rocking the ZBrush trial, and I didn't have access to the knife feature. If I were doing this in my house, I would have, you know, used the knife, lasso, make those little notches, call it a day. We'd be good to go. Also, notice on the left that I am just duplicating one feather, moving it down, making some adjustments so it doesn't look like I copy and pasted. It's okay to copy and paste inside of ZBrush or Maya or wherever you are. I promise. You know, duplicate your objects. Work smarter and work harder. That's a good thing for sure. So already, Norbert's is looking better than mine. That is going to be a common theme throughout this whole thing. Using Draw Sharp inside of Blender, using the pinch brush, pinch some of those edges, and then voxel remesh. So Shift R, Control R. On the left-hand side, I didn't really care about the bottom of the skull, so I just kind of did whatever. For the beak itself, Z-Remesher, and then the pinch brush, make that nice and sharp. I get the nose, they call nostrils on a bird? I don't know, little beak holes, nose holes, whatever. And back into Blender, Norbert is just really killing it with those forms of the head. So be sure you stick around to the end, that way you can see the final results. Norbert kills it. Spoiler alert, Blender totally beat me. Let me know in the comments, who do you think won? I think we all know that Norbert won, so be sure to go check out his YouTube channel, his art station. I will catch you next time.